Next topic. Hotep versus woke. I want to figure out what these two things are, and I want to see what the differences are, because I see woke being used a lot. I see Hotep being used a lot. Hotep to me comes off as like, you know, I use it if I'm like making fun of someone who thinks they're Pan-Africanist, or, you know, someone who's just basically bullshitting for the, you know, for the gram, basically. What are your thoughts? I'm gonna start with G this time, yo.
Oh,
Hotep versus woke.
Hotep versus woke. What's my overall thoughts on it?
Yeah, what's a Hotep? I want to hear what's a Hotep and then what's woke.
All right,
to you.
All right, so how I view Hoteps are brothers who are like, yo, we need to go back to Africa, right? And they have like this mythical, like, unicorn style of thinking of Afrocentricity, right? That's not realistic. And their version of Africa is just a black version of white supremacy. And yes. I think for woke, the definition of wokes, I think it's brothers and sisters who are, I think, stuck in the academic realm where they're trying to, I guess, liberate themselves, but through the lens of white academics. So I don't fuck with either, to keep it 100 with you.
You don't fuck with either?
Nope.
You okay?
Yo, I think woke dudes are simps, and I think Hoteps are misogynistic. I'm neither, so I don't fuck
I like
with
the
either.
song though, Stay Woke, but
sounds cute.
I hear what you're saying.
Yo,
I mean, based
dudes,
off of that description.
The reason why I don't really fuck with woke dudes, because woke dudes would be like on some shit like, yo, if you sleep with a transgender woman, you're not gay. And I'm like, do you know that she's a transgender woman? Yeah, what's the problem? I'm yo, pause, I ain't woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if that's your movement, I'm good, bro. You know?
Yeah, that's called insanity. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what people. So I think it's just an expression. When I talk about woke, I just talk about people who are aware. When people talk about Hotep, they really taking a term, right, for black men purporting Afrocentricity, right? But they're saying, yo, these black men are not coming with real information or fake information because it's outside of the realm of what they've been taught within their paradigm. So they totally dismiss these people, dismiss everything.
That's not
throw
true.
the baby out with. I'm talking about myself, though. I'm talking about what I see. And I also see Hotep.
Because we let you rock.
Hold on, can I finish?
Let him go.
Can I finish one sentence?
Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Damn, dog.
My bad.
Damn, Daniel. Yo. So, what I'm saying is, this is what I see when I see Hotep. People took this word, which is an African word, right? And they use it divisively towards other African brothers and sisters, which is, to me, ironic because the word Hotep actually means peace. So if you calling me a Hotep as disrespect to say that I'm peaceful, then I keep using the word wrong. I keep doing that. It's not gonna. But that's the thing. We gotta get out this state of ignorance where we just trying to disrespect each other.
Okay.
Instead of getting to real answers in how we can work with each other.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. I don't think it's coming from a state of ignorance from people who use it. Because I use it. It comes from a place of this dude doesn't know what they're talking about. They literally want to replace the white male hierarchy system here with a black one.
Exactly.
And they're usually pretty sexist toward women.
Who's this?
They're
who's
also
this purporting
usually
a black male? Like who are these people purporting black male hierarchy? I don't know.
You?
No, I don't purport.
Yo, don't do it.
I don't purport. Yo, family,
don't do it.
Yo, family.
Yo, can I ask you a
I don't want to.
question,
I don't want to get into personals.
It ain't personal. I swear to goodness.
Yo, I don't purport that black men are over black women or black women are over black men.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
I think that the family is a unit and we have different purposes.
So all right,
we have different purposes and different gender roles.
What is the purpose and the gender role for sisters? Go ahead.
Okay, sisters, right? They're the first person that the children interact with, right? They're basically the life source for the children, right? So who to be the teachers of the children are the women, right? But they got to be coming with the right information, right?
So what that mean?
And not because, I mean, we're all victims. We're all victims of the Anglo-Saxon.
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions.
education.
I just want
system.
real talk answers.
What up?
Should a woman be head of household?
Should the woman be head of household?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you,
yes
fam?
No, you just say yes or no.
Do you if you want? If your woman,
political,
if your woman running your household,
when the record not on,
if your woman running your household,
when the record not on, all right, I feel you.
If a brother okay with that, you know what I mean? If a brother okay with that, that's cool. I don't got no problem with it.
Okay, so but and amongst Team Hotep, right? Can sisters work regular 9 to 5s? Like
sisters are already working regular 9 to 5s.
But should they?
Should they? In an ideal society, I think we should have more reverence for our women than to have them slaving over.
Oh, so the brothers are slaving.
I mean, traditionally, right? In most societies, the men are providers. Not saying that in some societies sisters do artisan work. Some society
work, like basket weaving.
Yeah, obviously it's 2017. Not too many sisters gonna be down to be basket weaving to help the economy, right?
Basket weaving.
Yo, you serious, bro?
Yo, brother, it's cool. I get it.
I don't think you get it.
Yo, I get it. I get it. You want the sister to wear the pants, literally.
That's
right?
not what I said at all.
So, you know what I mean?
I'm just posing some questions.
And a baseball cap.
Yo, to me,
you got
one thing. Yo, speak your truth, bro.
Hey.
If you gonna be wrong, be strong and wrong. Don't try to because we recording now.
Yo, what are you talking about?
The narrative is switching up.
No, I ain't
talk that talk, bro. Just keep it 100.
What are you trying to?
Yo,
you trying to listen to response from me,
yo,
bro?
Nah, I'm saying.
Let me speak.
I'm saying.
Let me speak. Let me speak.
All right, it's just.
I'm saying that we all have.
Bugging?
In any society,
exactly.
right?
I just want the real food to come out.
In any society, the family is the basic unit of society, right?
Got that.
And in a family, each person has said roles to make it work. Now, if you want to, as a masculine, say, "Yo,"
wouldn't it be up to the family to decide? Like, wouldn't it? So,
as
wouldn't it be up to the
individualistically,
family to decide whose role is what? Like, if that family moves as a unit, each member of the family knows each other's strength. So, whoever's strength is in whatever, that person is gonna take on that role.
Nah, can I ask a question? So, what are the roles in your way of thinking? What are the man's role in the family?
See, because this is predetermined when you think about it like this.
Men are supposed to defend.
Defend, okay. That's it?
No, protect.
Mm-hmm. Protect, okay. Defend, protect, the same
and
thing.
Provide.
Defend and protect is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Defend and protect are two different
please
things.
explain the difference.
Yeah, I'd like to hear.
Yo,
so defend by defense, right? By defense.
He said, yo, protect and defend aren't the same thing. I said,
no, protection. Yo, listen. I'm talking about protect. That protection can be on an emotional level.
Protection could be on an emotional level.
Yeah.
All right, explain, brother.
You can protect your queens.
Yo, this is what
you can protect your queen.
Wrong, yo.
How am I strong and wrong?
Yo, it do sound like you're trying to climb out of a hole right now. I ain't go front.
He's trying to backpedal, but
nah, we defend and protect.
Oh man,
we defend. Yo, we defend our nation. We defend our nation. So basically, defend. When you defending, right? That means you're being attacked, right?
Okay.
I gotta go down to the dictionary.
But hold up, that's the same thing with protect, though.
Huh? To protect something, I don't necessarily need to be I don't necessarily need to be attacked to protect something.
So protect first, defend comes second.
You could do it like that too. I want to say defense comes first.
I'm just trying to
you gotta
get on
make
your
sure.
level.
I'm just gonna say you gotta make sure your square is good. You gotta stand on your square.
Semantics, yo. All
Stand on
right,
your square.
but
You gotta stand
so
on
you
your
got
square.
protect, defend. What else? You
And
know what I'm
provide, you
And
said,
provide.
right?
saying? And provide.
And provide.
So protect.
Now we
defend.
gotta-
hold on.
so-
yo, let me rock
Damn,
real quick.
I get
Couple
cut
of
off
questions.
before I even speak.
Nah,
Hold on.
because yo, you go on hella tangents. Nobody
Yeah,
wants
you don't
that.
want to go too
Well,
far.
I want-
So now, protect, defend, provide. Couldn't those qualities also be associated with women?
I mean, all right, brother. So you go have
no,
your,
yes or no? No, first and foremost, say yes or no.
All right, so if shit pop off, you sending your queen of war?
Yo,
Yeah, answer
give
and
it-
then
yo,
explain.
answer
I'm
the
just-
fucking question.
I'm just asking.
Yo,
shit
don't answer a question with a question.
Yo, if shit. So
protect,
I'ma answer it like
provide.
this.
Then explain.
if shit pop off, I'm not sending my queen to war.
Yo, listen.
Her first duty
Her first duty.
is
Got
to
you.
teach
Got you.
to teach and protect the children.
Mm-hmm.
My first duty is to defend the family.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yo,
And the family. If we have a whole bunch of families, we can have a nation.
Yo, yes or no? Are we
But-
not at war with white supremacy?
We are at war with white supremacy.
So,
but
so hold on.
to be
Hold on.
to be
Although-
real with you, a
although
lot
black
of these
people are
woke
13
groups.
Hold on. Although black people
Wait.
are 13% of the population, the male population is only like 6-something%.
Yeah.
So now
almost half of that is in prison, like 40-something%.
that's not necessarily true, but a large portion.
A large portion
now,
is in prison.
So now walk with me on this. We're at war, right?
Yeah.
You know about the Haitian Revolution, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no? Did not black women fight side by side with black men for liberation?
Yes.
Was that a problem
dope.
for you?
I mean, you want to send your queen of war? Send your queen of war. Give her a machete.
All right, dog. All right.
I think he just wants you
I don't
to
think
say,
we have
yeah,
that
that's a problem
luxury.
for me.
I don't think we have that luxury as a people here in
I mean,
America
that's
to
what I'm
actually
saying.
do
It's all
that.
about social structure. In different social structure, you got the ancient Spartans, right? The men would go to war, but the women would defend the home. You know what I mean? But basically, two people can't do the same thing. The whole reason you want to talk about Black America, right?
Yo, so hold on. So are you
wanna
saying
talk
that men can't be the teachers of the children, can't care for the home, can't be the cooks and things of that nature?
What I'm saying is you could do that. That's not your natural.
Hold on.
That's not your natural.
How do you know anything's natural? What are you talking about?
I mean, I thought.
Is it natural to live in a house? Is it natural to drive a car? Like, what are you saying? Is it natural to go to a supermarket? Like, yo, you gotta really think about what you're saying. Is it
Okay.
natural
Those are the
to?
questions.
So we're gonna
to work
talk
a 9 to
about that.
5?
We
You know
talking
what I'm saying?
about
Like,
we talking about modern
yo,
society.
what is natural
So let's talk about
in your life right
hold
now?
on. Let's talk about the Black community. We're talking about our onset in this current society, right?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be one income could take care of the whole household, right?
Hold on, that's not true. That's a lie.
No.
It's never been true, especially for black folk. There's never been a time or period where only the black man worked. It's never happened for black folk. You know what I'm saying? You're making up. You're just talking now. You know
Maybe
what I'm saying?
Fenomen in the
Maybe in
well, he didn't
the
mean
greater
it, but
white
maybe you didn't
society,
know in the-
maybe
yeah.
that's what you're trying to make an
All right,
argument
so,
for.
all
I
right,
guess in
But
like
we're focusing
America,
on the black
white-
community.
So we
black
all
women
right.
have always worked.
So in World War II,
I didn't think about it.
in World War
like that, I
II,
guess, black.
right? You had all these black men who went to Europe to fight, right? Women were left back, and then they were given factory jobs, right? That were traditionally for their men. Most of these women beforehand were homemakers. Some of them might have worked as domestics, right?
Did that happen to
But
white women
traditionally,
as well? For their
women were not working in the factories like that. Traditionally, black women were not working
No, it doesn't
in
matter.
factories.
It
does matter. It
Nah,
does
you know
matter
why it doesn't matter?
because I'm talking
none of
about
this is natural. You're
You're right. None of it is natural, but we're not. This is what I'm saying.
You're
My
saying
point is we're not in
naturally
our
women shouldn't
natural
be working.
state. I'm saying naturally,
All right, so where?
Naturally-
Hold on.
or what
Can
we
you give
call
me- hold on, where is-
hard labor.
Hold on, how about
Women
this?
should not be doing hard labor.
Hold on, I got you.
If you talk about thinking work, that's a whole different discussion. But I'm
Thinking
saying
work?
thinking work, intellectual work.
Oh,
that's a different thing.
So women can do intellectual work, but physical work, no.
I don't believe it's their duty. Nah.
So is basket weaving physical work or intellectual work?
I mean, there's no strain in basket weaving. I don't know.
Straight in basket.
I don't even know why basket weaving's a subject right now. I
Come on, don't do
Because
that.
you
Yeah,
said
I don't
basket.
even know.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, that's all. I'm good, yo. It's
You
like,
interested
there's no
in
point in
basket
having
weaving?
combos with dudes that can't keep it 100,
Yo.
man.
I'm keeping it 100. I'm just saying. Some of us got gender. Some of us don't believe in gender roles and wear dresses to work. I mean, it's what it is. What it is. It's 2017.
Listen, so this is
I understand that. Don't
Yeah,
mean
but
I
you're
agree with
making
it.
an argument saying that, yo, it's not natural. I'm saying what is natural.
I'm saying right
What
now,
are you observing?
This
Where,
whole
like-
system of capitalism is not natural.
I agree with you.
The whole thing
But
is
now,
not natural.
where,
So,
like, what?
But what I'm saying, as we have
Where's your
adapted,
evidence to say, yo, this isn't natural, and therefore women should be like this because
I'm looking
look
at
at these
I'm
people,
looking at,
look at that
how
people, or
people
whatever.
how people function in indigenous societies. Everyone has roles. People
Yo,
work.
Yeah, but you do.
But
know
I'm saying the
indigenous-
work is different. The man is not doing the same thing as the woman.
Hold on,
It's
but-
only in this society that men and women are doing the same
So
thing.
can I ask you a question?
Because we're all competing individualistically.
That's not necessarily true. But
We're not.
let me ask you.
So
a question.
you work in the
Hold on.
office, right?
Let me
You're
ask
not
you a
compa-
question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So are you saying in all indigenous societies, women weren't hunters, gatherers, soldiers, warriors? Is that
I'm
what
not.
you're
I'm not
saying?
gonna say all. There's differences in there's matriarchal societies, there's patriarchal
But
societies.
if you're saying
There's a lot of
hold on,
different
hold
things.
on, now listen
But
to
I'm
the
not gonna
logic.
say
Romanticism
I'm not
that
gonna
was
say
talking
all
about
those
earlier.
societies function
hold
on the same
I'll
level.
ask these questions to Rome, right?
What?
Now, if we have evidence of matriarchal societies, if we have evidence of women who were soldiers, warriors, hunters, and gatherers, is it safe to say that fool's premise of gender roles isn't quote unquote natural? Because one society may do one thing and another society in the ancient world did the polar opposite.
I see.
Not one is
Yeah,
wrong
it's
and
not
one is
natural.
right. It's
If it
all
was in
like it
nature,
depends
it
on
would
their
be-
culture, their society. You get what I'm saying? So I'm asking you,
Yeah.
what is natural?
I feel that.
Okay. So to me, as close as you can get to natural, right, is to live in accordance with the earth. Once you gotta live
Let's see.
in accordance with the
letting him rock,
earth,
bro.
right?
He's gonna eat himself.
So when I talk about agricultural work, right, the men should be tending to the garden.
Yo,
Yeah, I mean,
you think so? You're telling me indigenous people, women didn't tend to the gardens
and some,
in a lot
and
in African and Asian cultures?
okay.
What are you talking about?
So who's? Oh yeah,
Oh my God, yo, this
I'm just saying.
yo,
Who's
when you
Oye
strong
then?
and wrong, you get reckless.
You talking
now.
about farm?
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you was talking about farming. I'm talking about farm god.
Look, I don't want this to stray too far from the topic. This is all supposed to be underneath the Hotep kind of like what they think, you know.
Yo, just for clarity, are you a Hotep?
Am I a Hotep? I don't know. I don't know what that is, B. I don't know if I can be peace. If I could be peace, I would be peace.
Okay, but what you
Are
know,
you Hotep in
Yeah.
regards to the what this society today in 2017
Well, this society
classifies Hotep as?
Yo, listen, this society is totally perverse. It is totally
I don't
perverse.
understand why when I ask a
I
question.
mean,
it's-
niggas
it's-
so
This-
dope
yo.
and have it. That word, the word dope means good. You know what I mean? It's, it's just
if
slang.
you're saying, am
at
I?
the end of the day,
Am I?
So you know what Hotep
Are
is.
you saying, am I Hotep in the original?
No.
in the
Are you
original sense
Hotep
of the
in
word?
today's slang sense of the word?
In today's slang sense of the word, do I hate black women? No. I have sisters who are black.
do you
I have a
think,
mother
hold
who's
on,
black.
do you think black women
I got-
should be under you? Yes or no?
No.
You don't?
You
No.
don't place
Oh,
black.
I
men
just
above
don't. I
black
just
women.
don't think all our roles are the same.
But you don't place black men above.
But I don't.
Black
That
women.
doesn't make. There's a
Yo,
difference.
I gotta help you out.
Basically, black men and black women don't necessarily need to be doing the same thing.
Right. But
So
But
now,
that doesn't
but
put
do you
her
place
under me.
black
roles-
men over black women? That's what I want to know.
What do you mean? Do I place black men over black women?
In the society,
In
the
every
structure.
society, right? In every society, there is a hierarchical structure, right? Y'all agree to that? In every family structure,
So you think that the black man?
in every family structure, there is a hierarchical structure. Now, whether you
There's
say, yo,
hierarchies
you
of
want to
black
make it
women.
matriarchal or patriarchal, somebody's got to be steering the ship.
Yeah, but if you say that, then you can't say it's natural because it could go either way.
I mean,
damn,
That's
bro,
the
you didn't
thing.
think this through?
When you think
There-
about
there-
natural, wait,
there are matriarchal societies, right? Within Africa. I can use Kemen as an example, right? You had the women who chose the pharaoh, right? But the pharaoh ruled. But the women chose who was fit to be pharaoh.
Mhm.
So, but it wasn't the men who chose who the pharaoh. It wasn't the men who came together and chose the pharaoh, right? That's a gender role. That's not putting the
Yeah,
woman
but that's not
under the
natural.
men.
That's in their society.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think the thing is,
But this is what I'm saying. Yo,
the reason why it's not natural though. Hang on, I think the
but I'm
reason. when
saying-
he's, wait,
by
hold on,
natural, I mean-
hold on.
in accordance
I'm
with
not
nature.
gonna allow you to finish your statement until I
I
cut
haven't
in.
finished the statement yet, but thank you.
I know you didn't finish the statement because I want to
Bring
help
that
you
up.
out. You know what I mean? The reason why it's not natural is because from society to society, from culture to culture, things change. So you can't say that the structure of family is natural because it's different in so many different cultures. So you can't say it's natural because
Bars.
it's not in tune with nature. If it was in tune with nature, it'd be the same. Nature's predictable because it's nature.
Nature is predictable.
You know what I mean? It's
Humans are-
unpredictable as well, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. That's why you can't say it's natural. So I think he has a problem with the word natural. So I want to
Okay.
clear that up before
So,
you
all right,
went
so,
forward.
so instead of natural, I'll
Respect
say
the God next
in
time,
accordance with nature, meaning
What's in accordance with
meaning
nature?
that it's not whatever your societal structure doesn't move against nature, that it's functional. Whatever the role is, whatever the gender role is, there has to be a function to it. So right now we're moving in an age where everything is about narcissism and everything is about individualism, right? So our roles now are all about how can I help myself? Now how can I help my family? How can I help my people? What do I need to do? So with that mentality, the dysfunction has come, we've come against each other. So what I'm saying is, at the times, I'm not saying that the times before were perfect, but at the times when there was a black father, a black mother, in a family household,
I see.
you know what I mean?
So,
there was some
there's a
semblance
story
of actual
that you love, that you're trying to model this whole thing after.
there was a control system. There was a control mechanism within a community.
I think there's a story
Things
that you
were
love.
not out of hand. Things were not as crazy as they are today. But there's no control today.
It's like when
Hold on, and what time period are you talking about?
I'm talking about reason we could go back to the 60s. We could go back to the 50s.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that there weren't problems with the black family. We did have problems with toxic masculinity, problems with men abusing their wives. Men, we had those type of problems. But right now, we don't have any type of structure in the black community, and you know, our communities are primarily, or at least in the lower class black community, they're matriarchal. So I don't know how that's helping y'all. But if y'all think that's the answer, go that route.
All right. Well, and this is why I know you're a certified Hotep.
Okay.
And the reason why I asked you a time period, you said the 50s and 60s. You do know during that time, we literally just replicated white America.
I do.
So now, to me, how was the African structure prior to the white Christian influence and prior to the white Arab Islamic influence? So then we can at least get to the root cause, right? Because I hear what you're trying to say, right? However, why can't two people come together and say, hey, you know what? We're equals. Opposed to I run this, you don't run this, or vice versa.
You could say whatever you want, but how it plays out, it's gonna play out a certain way.
Hold on.
I don't believe that in any
can't make a plan
situation,
and
in
move with
any relationship situation, between a man and a woman, I don't think it's ever truly equal.
All right, yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? Now, I don't want y'all to panic when what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna keep it 100.
Let you finish. Go ahead.
Yo, everyone's on a spectrum, right? So now there are masculine men, there are feminine men, there are feminine women and masculine women, right?
Okay.
So everybody got unique spirits, and usually your spirit attracts the polar opposite. You know what I'm saying? So you won't see a masculine man with a masculine woman or a feminine man with a feminine woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, masculine femininity doesn't mean you're gay or anything like that. It just means, I know, but just in case anybody was thinking, including the audience, you know what I mean? What it means is that's balance right there. You know what I'm saying? That's duality. You know what I mean? And not to mention,
So you believe in masculine women and feminine men to help the community.
Yo,
you think that helps the community? I'm asking you a question.
Yo, let me answer, right?
Masculine women
it doesn't matter about
and
what I
feminine men.
believe.
Well, I'm
The
just
reality
saying.
is they are there. So now, let's just keep it real. There has always been either feminine men and there's always been masculine women. We could pretend like they've never existed, and it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. You know what I mean? Like, yo, our estrogen levels and our testosterone levels get adjusted all the time due to all kind of reasons. You know what I mean? So we could like pretend here in front like, yeah, yo, men are supposed to be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I'm not saying men are supposed to be like
Think about
nothing.
it like this.
I'm just
Hold
saying.
on. Think about it like this. All three of us
That's
are
your
artists.
ideal society.
No, all three of us are artists, right? Yo, there's certain societies that will say, hey, being an artist is a feminine quality.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? I don't view myself as feminine. However, I understand we all have masculine and femininity in us.
I mean,
So you see what
technically,
I'm
we
saying?
use the feminine side of the brain.
Exactly, because that's the
But
creative side.
that's the
the
creative
analytical
side.
side is usually known as the masculine side.
Okay, so we know.
So
The women-
you know, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now, what is the issue? You get what I'm saying? If you think just because, yo, you got a penis, therefore I'm the head of this family, or, yo, because I got a penis, I got to be the provider, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then what happens if you're with a woman that makes more than you? Are you now less than a man?
I mean, if she respects your role.
Yo, how can she respect your role if you said your role is to provide?
Me personally, I feel like it is a man within a man's role to lead the relationship. Now, other people might say differently. Other people might say, yo, 50-50.
I mean, that's what I think.
I have never in my life ever seen a 50-50 relationship. Now, have I heard, do men and women both have inputs into the relationship? Yes. But is there a final say? Somebody always has a final say.
But you're saying you're the person that makes the final say all the time.
I'm not saying all the time. It depends. Cause why do 5%ers call a woman wisdom? Because she intrinsically, right? Women have
Hotep alert.
a whole vast
That sound mighty
intuitive
Hotepish. You know what I mean?
intuitive knowledge that men can tap into as well. But naturally, they just have more.
This dude is that.
Natural. I mean, women are naturally intuitive.
I think that you have a story in your head that you just love, and you love for things to mold
Because
into that.
he's an Afrocentric. You know what I'm saying?
Afrocentric.
You want to call it?
I like when you say
I'm just talking about what makes sense.
Afro-romanticist.
Yeah.
Everything has
That's
a structure.
Afro-romanticism.
Wait, hold on.
Afro-romanticism.
Does everything
You're
in
like,
society
that's
now?
what that
Leave
is,
this
yo.
concept of the motherland, and it's
Yeah.
like, yo, you're
No,
forgetting it's a
they're
fucking
matriarchal-
continent with
yo,
like
they're
50 plus
Yeah,
countries.
you're trying to make
But
it
in
seem
your
like they're all
mind,
the
you're like,
same.
yo,
And they all have
we all
different
think the same
tribes,
back in
different
the motherland.
society. No, I never said that. I'm just talking about, what is functional for Black America?
You know what's
right now?
functional in Black America?
Black America's
Children
in
seeing
dysfunction.
both parents in the household working together to build generational wealth.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't matter who's on top as long as they're working
Facts.
together. That's all it is. If I have a neighbor that's a Black family where the woman is the quote unquote breadwinner and the dad is the stay at home dad and he cooks and cleans and educates the kids, who am I to be like, nah, this ain't right, that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? And if there's the polar opposite where the guy is the breadwinner and the woman's home cooking and cleaning, educating the kids, who am I to say that's wrong? Or if both work, you know what I'm saying, and then they hire like a nanny or something to educate the kids, who am I to say that's wrong? You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're putting your morality and ethics onto other people. And that's the problem with Hotep.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have morality and ethics in our community, and that's why our communities are in dysfunction.
You somewhat
I'm sorry.
Right. You somewhat
I'm
right.
sorry.
Somewhat right.
Every other ethnicity has a system of how their families run, and it's usually there's some uniformity to it. But only in the black community you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You know how he's lying?
How am I lying?
Simple, because the white population is declining every year because of this very same reason. So the fact that you just said every ethnicity outside of blacks is not true.
Hold on. The white population, exactly. You're talking about gender roles, right? The white population is dwindling because white women are doing what? They're not having children, right?
You just contradicted yourself.
They're not having children because
yes or no?
They're not having children.
Did you not just say only black people? Did you not just say only black people?
Finish your sentence and then answer him.
He's not going to. He's going to go in a tangent.
So
don't
hope
tangent.
that I
Just
forget.
finish your sentence. Answer him.
He's killing my thought right now. So traditionally, the white man was the head of the household within his paradigm, right? And the breadwinner, provider, right? But what happened? There was a social shift, and then women started taking on the jobs that were traditionally for men, right? So now you have a shift in the paradigm.
Backpedal strong.
No. You have I'm not backpedaling nothing. I'm like, yo.
Flip-flop real
at the end of the day, if those white women were at home rearing children, right? Mm-hmm. They would be straight. They'd be all right. But where they at? They in a corporate office competing against the same men that they're supposed to be procreating with. And that's what I'm saying is a problem.
I agree, but that's
when you believe
problem. It's not just a black people problem.
Okay, but we're black people in the Western world, right? Yo, I'm not saying that. Me personally, hold on.
The only ones.
This is what I'm saying, because when you go to Asian culture, there's a traditional family structure, and I'm not talking about Asians who come in here, get Americanized, and switch to American ideologies. I'm talking about if you go to China, there's a uniformity in the majority of families. If you go even African culture, even in African culture, I'm not saying whether it's matriarchal or patriarchal, but even with that,
look at China, look at Japan.
There is a family structure in every society.
Women farm.
There is no uniformity in this society.
Hold on. Start over.
Who?
In China and Japan, women actually farm.
Okay.
They tend to land. You earlier said, indigenous women don't do that. So
I didn't say they didn't do that. I didn't say they didn't do that. I didn't say
this is gonna be crazy.
I'm just saying,
on that tape on this section, it's gonna be hilarious, bro.
I can imagine. Yo, listen, we kind of just went all the way into gender roles.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be Hotep versus woke.
So basically saying, there's no problem with men taking traditionally feminine gender roles. There's never a problem with that.
Yo, first and foremost, you keep saying traditional, right? When you're really meaning Eurocentric.
No. I said traditional because in every
traditionally
society.
Eurocentric.
Hold on. It has nothing to do with Eurocentric. Because the onset of it might be different in different societies. And I realize that. And that's why I'm not using the word Eurocentric. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to say this society is Eurocentric, okay, yeah, obviously. You know what I mean? Where this shit, at least United States was started by Europeans. You know what I mean? This whole paradigm and everything purported to us is being purported from a European standard. Yo, I get it.
I hope
On that aspect, I'm not really giving the answer. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is a man has a role that is different than the woman's role. You know what I mean? Now, if you say, the man, it doesn't matter.
Well, who determines that? Is it society or is it nature?
I think that's a good question.
Because, I agree with you.
Right.
Depending on the society, whatever, like, think about it. We agree
But then
to
I'm
certain
saying
laws,
our social
like, just
construct
to be in a particular
should
culture, right?
mimic nature.
You-
That's basically what I'm saying.
Whoa, say that again?
Our
He's
social
saying it
construct,
should mimic nature.
our social construct should be in tune with nature, so we're not moving against what the earth wants for us. The earth
But
wants
then
us
the
to-
problem becomes what's natural.
Thank you.
All right,
And what you're
Pete,
saying is natural isn't natural because
All right,
it spreads
so-
Yo,
across
and hold on,
different
and
cultures.
I have to backtrack because this dude kind of like goes into tangents and I let him build, right? But you gotta understand why white women did what they did. They were actually oppressed by white men. Black women always worked. White women couldn't work. Think about that. When you live in a
I didn't
society
even know
where
that.
black men got to vote before white women, if you're a white woman, you're like, what the fuck? I don't even view these niggas as real human beings, and they got to vote before me. This is some fuckery. You see what I'm saying? When you have your significant other, right? I'm be honest with you. White men are toxic with their masculinity. They don't even hide it. They don't throw punches, no nothing. You go to a college campus, they promote that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they let you know they're savages, right? So now, if you're dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'll be honest.
Yo, shouts out to them savages.
Literally when college campuses say, when you got white frats saying no means yes, yes means anal, bro, that's rape culture, that's toxic masculinity, that's all kind of wild shit I don't want to be associated with.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So now they could make an argument like, fool, my ancestors used to just rape women. This shit's natural. No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Within their culture.
Oh my God.
Look at for example.
This shit's crazy.
For thousands of years.
Now, rape is natural.
No, I'm not saying rape is natural. But what I'm saying,
he was saying that they could say
what
that.
Shit, wow,
what
bro.
I'm saying,
that shit, wow.
What I'm saying, I believe
Hotep
they're naturally more aggressive. I believe that the historical evidence has shown white aggression all over the globe, right? And so if that's happening, but there's no psychological onset to that, you know what I mean? Or it's like, it's just a circumstance of society.
So you're saying just fucking naturally they have to be this way?
No, I'm not saying they have to.
So what are you talking about?
But I'm just saying that they are.
So you're telling me they cannot... see, now that's bullshit. Because first and foremost, there was a time in the media where, like in the 1930s and 1940s on TV, men would openly beat their wives. And it was accepted. Now in 2017, that shit's not accepted, bro.
When was it acceptable?
This was like in the 1930s and shit, like 1930s, 1940s.
It was accepted.
Yeah, literally, like you will see a husband and wife, and the dude will like put her over put the girl over his lap and
You talking
spank her.
about old TV shows?
Yeah, they will have advertisements doing the very same thing. All of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
That doesn't make it right. Just because they have a chaotic history doesn't mean they need to repeat it.
I ain't say they need to repeat, but
you said this.
What I'm saying is don't throw the baby out with the.
This.
It's almost like because you went into history.
It's in their genetics to be rapists. It's in their genetics to be oppressive. It's in their genetics to disrespect their women. Like, listen what you're saying, bro. That doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, these are learned behaviors, that could actually
who taught them to be like, who taught them to be like that?
I don't know. That's not my point.
Because black people,
you're like, this is nature taught them this, right? Nature taught them this.
Before contact with the so-called white man, right? The Europeans, right?
Make some shit up.
Now, before that, we had our own social structure, right?
Okay.
Yes.
That was not based on what they've taught us.
Okay.
Right? So what I'm saying is we need to return to that social structure. Now, that doesn't mean that women don't have power in the society, because in our social structures within West Africa, women had power within the society.
The moment he fucks up.
But even within those societies, women and men didn't have the same gender roles. It wasn't like, it was like, we about to go out with these spears and go catch these animals or whatever. Let's let the queens come out with us and do it. No, it was like, y'all do that. When y'all bring the meat back, You know what I mean? We're gonna clean it. We're gonna do that work, and y'all do this. But everybody wasn't doing the same thing. That's what I mean.
Again,
in this society, everybody's doing the same thing.
The Haitian Revolution.
That was my whole point.
Black men, black women. There was even Polish white men fighting alongside Haitians. You know what I'm saying? All for revolution. You know what I mean?
Shouts out to the Polish.
For you to say that, I'm just like, yo, come on, bro. You know better. You know what I mean? It's like you're doing.
Shouts out to the Polish.
Yo, it's just wild, bro. It's
well,
like
listen, I understand that
doesn't study. Yo.
It seems like gender role is the main thing of the Hoteps. But look, in the interest of time, I just want to look at this other thing about it, about Hotep show. We'll definitely get back into gender roles at some point in another episode, but right now, I actually want to look at this one. Why does Hotep have such a negative connotation? Excuse me. Can Team Hotep and Team Woke ever put their differences aside to work together? This is a bullet point. I think it's a good question because you have, I think, from what I just seen displayed, I think the problem with Hoteps is not only just their position on gender roles, not only their position on, I guess, interracial dating or whatever.
Let me explain something.
Yeah.
We're in a loosey goosey society.
A loosey goosey society. Quote,
we're at a point where people feel like, yo, gender roles don't matter, right?
We're at a point where people feel
you
gender
are
roles
the
don't
gender
matter.
That you feel that you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the gender roles that you feel that you know what I mean? And what I see from that is a world of confusion where you got girls putting on strap-ons, walking around with dude clothes, and this is a product of social engineering. I don't know if you've ever about Chanel,
mm-hmm.
right? Chanel was the first time.
Chanel what? Coco Chanel? Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about fashion.
Yeah.
Right? That's the first time in history that you had a woman
shout out to
pushing men's traditionally men's clothes to women, right? Now this is not, this has more to do with the white community than black community. But because black people in America follow European culture, right?
Black people in America follow
right? Because we gotta say, where do these ideas come from? Where do
Hotep ideas come from?
Huh?
European culture.
Really?
Yes.
Hotep's a European word too, right?
You know what I mean.
No. You like, yo, everybody, Hotep's a European word. You heard it from G.
G ain't say.
You ain't even gotta say it. I already know everybody listens to this like, yo, this dude fool got ethered, bro.
Hold on.
All I did was give him the rope. He hangs himself.
You don't even know what ether is. You've never been to the ether.
Oh my god.
All right, chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna get my ego aside.
The fifth dimension.
Too easy.
Ego aside.
Too easy, man.
Too easy or what? You ain't really saying nothing. I'm just
You're right.
Can Hoteps and Wokes come together? Can they put their differences aside? Can black people unite?
Question, please, man.
Can they unite? This is Hotep versus Woke. Can the Hoteps and the Wokes come together?
Fundamentally,
can we put our differences aside?
Besides this whole black women problem, right? There is fundamentally an ideology that in this woke community that alternative sexuality, right, is something that is normal and natural, right, and should be accepted within the black community wholeheartedly. Okay, within what you want to call a Hotep community, or what I call the conscious community.
So Hotep's a conscious community.
I mean, I call it the conscious community, but people refer to people in the conscious community
real quick, just so,
with Hotep as a derogatory word, but Hotep means peace.
Just so people can understand Hoteps and Wokes. Can you give me a person who's a Hotep? Someone notable, someone
I don't know.
Famous. Do you know, like, sorry, a conscious, excuse me. Forgive me.
What?
Someone
All
in
right,
the conscious
somebody
community,
who's conscious
notable.
and not conscious.
Yeah, someone that we can gravitate
so
towards.
we're saying the definition of Hotep for people who follow this divisive culture, right? Where we use the word Hotep divisively.
Yo, Fu, real quick, because I don't think you heard my question.
Yes.
Or maybe you misheard me.
Because I'm trying to.
Nah, you still not.
This
about
dude
to
over
hear
here
my
looking mad, but I'm just like,
Because you're not answering the question.
You never answered no
What?
questions, bro.
Can
It's
you
crazy.
point out someone notable that is in the conscious community? I want the listeners to
Can I
have an idea
point out
of
people
what
in the
Hotep
conscious
is.
Yo, hold
community
on.
who are
Before
not
you answer, hold on.
legitimate?
Yo,
I can.
hold on.
But
Before
I don't
you
use
answer.
Hotep as the word for people.
I said conscious community for you just now. Can you say?
Yo,
can
because
bring-
you said
What?
Hoteps are the conscious community, and I'm looking at you like you already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So you should make a clear distinction because there are people who are labeled as Hotep that
a word?
even people in the conscious community is like, I ain't fucking with that person. So keep it a buck.
Yes, there are people within the conscious community that
So just give us some pins.
that. I mean, I want to throw out people's names and be like, yo, this brother, that brother.
Who's a respected conscious brother
Who's a respected conscious brother?
of you? Like who can you?
People I respect. There's a lot of people. I mean, we got elders that I respect.
Nick,
Within
yo,
the
that's not a
community.
name, bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you the name of the elders. Dr. Ben Yakinen is an elder I respect
Dr. Ben
within the
Yakin?
community. Dr. Ben Yakinen.
Damn, this thing.
Dr.
This is-
Cress Welsling is somebody I respect.
So these are
And
conscious
that's
brothers.
That's a sister.
so all right.
She wouldn't be a
All right.
Hotep.
Actually,
not
that's a
Hotep.
good. That's a
Actually,
sister.
she might be labeled a Hotep.
Hold on.
By woke.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
But
she's
what? Why
Hotep.
not? Because she was totally.
I don't think she woke.
she was.
I don't think she a Hotep.
She was totally against.
Go look them up, y'all.
She believed in. She was totally against. What a lot of these so-called woke people. To be woke to me is to be awake and aware. But people ain't awake and aware if they don't know what's really going on.
So you don't have a problem with woke?
The term woke.
Yeah.
I think I apply it generally to anybody who's aware. If you're talking about a woke community, if we're talking about that community of Twitter activists that think they're fighting for black rights one button at a time, that's just utter nonsense to me, yo. Like a hashtag never freed nobody. But if you're talking about people, I mean,
Doesn't it make people woke? Because it raises awareness. For people who
yeah,
aren't
it
aware?
raises, we can raise awareness and not do shit about shit all we want.
Well, I
but
didn't
it's
say
not
not
gonna
do
help our
anything about it.
community.
I'm just talking about that
It's not
hashtag
gonna
making
help
people aware.
I mean,
I'm not talking about
can
what it
make
doesn't
people-
do. I'm talking about what it does do.
you can make people aware, but these are the same people who are disrespecting elders like Cress Welsling. I remember when she died.
The people creating the hashtags are the ones
There were
disrespecting
yes,
the elders.
yes. When Cress Welsling died, there was a Twitter firestorm, right? Basically, because her stance on homosexuality in the community was that it was adverse, and people disrespected that stance. But I don't know if it's their inability to understand or synthesize the information that she was coming with. You know what I mean?
I feel well. I hear you, but
I mean, if we talking about contemporaries, people who I respect their information, blue pill, red pill, I respect Umar Johnson. That's a brother who I respect, even though I do have issues with his transparency at times, but still.
he says things that
He says things that make sense to our community that our community should be following.
okay. Now I hate to cut you off, but we're running thin. I just have one more question I want to get into. Can white people be Hotep or woke?
Why you look at me, dog? Answer the fuck.
White people, no, white people.
Either of you, yo.
I think any human being can be woke.
Any human being can be woke.
Can white people? Are we using Hotep in an illegitimate in the illegitimate definition?
All right, so let's sidetrack real quick.
That you are
conscious and Hotep. I want to be clear. Hotep, if I'm calling you a Hotep, I'm probably being condescending.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
being disrespectful.
All right.
I'm being condescending because of something they said.
That's disrespect, though. Well,
That's
why
not
would you,
disrespectful because it's disrespectful to put out bullshit information.
Thank you.
So, all right, say somebody's religion was Buddhist, right? And I was like, you one of them Buddha ass niggas. You one of them Buddha ass niggas. Am I giving respect and reverence to Buddha?
No.
And the principle?
And I don't think you're trying to.
So that's my whole point with Hotep. If Hotep is something that comes from Kemetic science, right? From Kemetic history, right?
So you're saying we should just automatically.
Yo, if you just out there posting
I believe in honoring my ancestors. I mean, if you pro-black and you don't believe in honoring your ancestors, that's on you. I don't know.
If you out here just talking about the ancestors with no knowledge of your ancestors, if you out here posting onks with no knowledge of what an onk even means, if you out here saying, yo, women need to XYZ and you don't even know the history of what you talking about,
I mean, yo, listen.
I want that to be
we
clear.
can say, women can do whatever they want, right? But, is that going to help our community?
Hoteps are also usually divisive. Call these pro-blacks out on this shit, dog. Hotep. But you can be conscious. I'll give you that. But the Hotep ain't disrespectful. I'm being condescending for a reason. It's because usually it's bullshit.
I mean, a lot of these so-called woke people are
fake internet passes. That's what they are.
They're giving basically regurgitation of European doctrine and ideas, but nobody calls them out.
They're trying to build
same
a congregation
thing with Hotep.
for YouTube.
I'm being honest, both sides do the same thing.
So then both sides are fucked up. If you're gonna define,
if you're gonna define,
yeah, both sides.
I can agree. I can agree. Listen. Within myself, right? Any type of distortion, right? Distortion of how we really should be living. You know what I mean? We might not agree to that, but there's a lot of gross distortions in our community that are accepted as progressive, and basically are maladaptive.
Gross.
I mean, grossly. There's a lot of shit that black people right now in America, even 10, 15 years ago, wasn't accepting that they accepting. It's all good. And I'm like, how these new changes helping your community? What out of it? What has come out of it? And who are these people who gave you these ideas? You know what I mean? And I'll go into that later. We can go into all the information about
we got
the
to
social engineering.
Yo,
what up?
Can I just ask him one question?
Go for it.
What is your takeaway from this convo? Please tell me you got enlightened somehow, where your views have changed for the better.
He's still vegan.
I see your point in saying that it doesn't necessarily need to be patriarchal. I get it, and that our form of patriarchy in the Western world is negative and was learned from the ways of the white man. I got you.
Right.
I rock with that.
All right, respect.
You know what I mean? But when I'm talking about black male
at a time,
when I'm talking about black male patriarchy and black male gender roles, I'm talking about something totally different. You know what I mean? A good example of a black community that has black male gender roles that have been functional. I can't say I totally rock with their doctrine is the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean?
I'm done with this kid.
No, I'm not saying I rock with their doctrine, but what have they done?
Where they got their doctrine from. You gotta really think about what you're saying.
Their doctrine.
Yo, it's not surprising
they got it from Elijah Muhammad.
Why do they wear suits and bow ties, bro?
What
you gotta really think about that for a reason.
Listen, my whole thing is my whole thing right now. I'm talking about the functional aspect. You got people who have come together to form businesses, right? To form family structures that are sound. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's perfect, but their doctrine, something within their doctrine is working for the community. Now, me personally, I feel like everything that they spitting is the truth? Nah. But what I'm saying, something is working where people are forming businesses, people are coming together and doing things that are progressive for the community. You know what I mean? So,
well,
yeah, boy, can I say one last thing?
Go for it. We gotta wrap up in a second.
Yeah, no, we definitely gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
But all right, and you said something that I really disagreed with, but I was letting you build.
yo,
When you was talking about like hashtags and like online protests and everything, you came off it really condescending, right? When think about it, a lot of the police brutality, like people going away missing, all of that, we are now coming together as a nation due to the fact of social media activism. So black people, you know what I'm saying?
black people ain't not coming in. What are these black people?
All right, yo, let's keep it 100, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's keep it 100.
The reason why, hold on, the reason why the media highlighted Trayvon Martin, Eric Gardner, whatchamacallit, Michael Brown, was because of our people saying, yo, this shit ain't right.
Wrong.
And everybody was sharing it. You know what I'm saying?
The reason
They were shared before CNN and Fox News picked it up. So you could pretend that, oh, they're painting this narrative. Maybe they are painting the narrative. However, it started organically with our people. So for you to say, yo, social media activism and protesting is pointless and this, that, and the third, yo, you're disrespecting yourself.
So go take a picture. Go take a picture, put your hands up and see if you're free tomorrow,
Marcus Garvey would have loved to have a hashtag. You see what I'm saying? He had to do it the old school way. With newspapers and traveling physically.
Okay.
Yo, literally you can communicate with your people literally on a keyboard. And for you to be like, yo, that shit's stupid, it's pointless. Yo, come on.
No, I'm not saying it's pointless.
Don't do that to
What
yourself.
I'm saying is,
I'm done.
If that's the main, I'm saying if that's your main component on instrumenting change, you're not gonna do much.
But it's still an instrument and it's still a tool.
It's a major tool. Let's not even pretend.
It's a tool for
a major key.
Because it connects people across the world.
And I just want to go back. Right.
This is the last.
When you're talking about, I just want to go back.
After
right?
that, I'm cutting off Mike.
Cut his mic.
I still got to bounce.
So at the end of the day, right? You have these travesties that happen.
Yo, you talk too slow, man. Speed it up.
To black men, right, and black women who are abused by police, right? But the national statistics of police brutality is actually going down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yo, these are not my So what I'm saying is the media is actually purporting this to the black community to keep the black community within a traumatic state. So we can't focus on things that we should be focused on, and we focus on what white people doing.
Yo, I'm gonna stop it right there. We gotta come back to it. I'm sorry. I gotta bounce this track, but great conversation with both of y'all. Definitely thanks for tuning in. Onks up.
Hotep's coming to your hood near you.
Yo, peace, love, and understanding, Hotep. And I say that with true intentions of what the word actually means. You know what I mean?
Word up. All right, it's You Panic.
My man fool about to hug a tree, man.
It's You Panic. You Panicked. We'll get up next week.
Say it ain't about what you got, what you kill for an object. It's about 114, someone died for their project. Still get to Christmas Eve feeling when I'm waiting on my check. Still got a bunch of haters sitting around and they waiting on my death. I got plans for me, but it ain't my time yet. I'm the man to beat last boss niggas, not threats. This is insanity, it ain't recommend a doc yet. What you know about looking zoned out cause your thoughts too complex. Motherfuckers still alive cause I ain't fit the beef to the dogs yet. Cowards on file cause I ain't put delete on you all yet. Niggas only talk about mobbing cause they ain't had a brawl yet. And they only take shots online, you can call that all net. New niggas ready to lock and load from the shit in their comments. I ain't conscious like Compton's, just don't got a thing for the nonsense. Don't give a fuck about what they say, cause they really don't pay my mom's rent. They only talk tough when they logged in, tell them upload some brand new content. On the track, I'm a star, I'm an athlete. Found little nigga from last week. Still got ash in the backseat. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. On the track, I'm a star, I'm an athlete. Found little nigga from last week. Still got ash in the backseat. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Feeling with a comrade, known to switch when they sending out all threats. Turn around, turn panic like a bomb threat. They be gone too soon like a wrong death. Mental case, I'ma lose enough screw soon. Cause every once in a motherfucking blue moon, somebody wanna get tough, it too cold. With the crew and start talking out y'all neck. When they ask who the best, I am a prospect. But the city got the world in my omelet. It ain't pretty cause I'm killing who I'm not with. Ain't no reason to be discussing the topic. I don't mind overthrowing who run shit. Cause they even use water for profit. Beheaded me, castrated in public. In front of the people who don't got shit. I hate red and blue lights, they what the cops did. So imagine the motherfuckers who got bits. Or the people who couldn't call the cops. Tell the fucking cops what the cops did. Taking money and drugs when they fucking. Then putting them right back where they got them. Then putting them right back where they got them. Come standing with another nigga boxed in. Feet heavy to the ground like my top then. Hands up, I surrender, they ain't stopped them. Ready to handcuff like a drop pin. A false move, they be saying, yo, we shot him. But I promise that's how my story would not end. I don't know who you saying, but it's not him. You realize you look different when you spot him. On the track, I'm a star, I'm an athlete. Found little nigga from last week. Still got ash in the backseat. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. On the track, I'm a star, I'm an athlete. Found little nigga from last week. Still got ash in the backseat. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me. Gas to the car, but it's on E. Say it ain't smart, but it's on me.